Hi, Royal Ones. This is Miss Gigi coming at you again with another juicy episode. Let's get straight into it. I heard Miss Tina Turner, she passed away on Wednesday. And I've been trying to conjure up a message to deliver because this is a self-development channel. So I try to learn from all of what everything is a learning experience, but also we learn from our the life that we live. And so I was like, Miss Tina Turner, she died. Some people say she died from natural causes at the age of 83, but she also had some kidney issues, and her husband had donated his kidney to her. She had some other health issues. So God rest her soul. And she's most famous for the movie What's Love Got to Do with It. And the message is because I love me. That's what love has to do with it. I love me. I love me enough to enforce my boundaries. That is today's message. What's love got to do with it? Me. I love me. And so I struggled with to do the appropriate topic because, like I said, this channel is about learnings from life lessons. And her life and her message, her life and her marriage to Ike Turner, which was played by the legendary Miss Angela Bassett. I hands down the best actress, one of the best actresses in Hollywood. Ike treated Tina like that because she had no boundaries. A man go as far as a woman will allow him to. She did not enforce her boundaries up front because she's so nice. If you notice that Miss Tina Turner, she was generally a sweet woman. But he treated her like a narcissist. He was the worst narcissist on the planet, Ike Turner. And so when you are an empath, people walk all over you. They seek to find people out like that. She ain't got no spine. I could walk all over her. And she never complained about it, so she probably liked it. They come up with all type of excuses to mistreat us. But as we get through the movie, Miss Tina Turner, she finds her strength and enforces her boundaries. And she starts fighting back because he was very abusive to her. I think she should have never had to fight at all. She could have just filed for divorce and left. And that is my own story because my second husband was abusive. And I never should have went through that as a domestic domestic violence. We should have just left. Boundaries are ways in which you will not treat me, which are essential to deal, which is, equivalent to deal breakers. And you will not tolerate any type of abuse, such as physical, mental, emotional, financial, sexual, and spiritual abuse. Boundaries say to a man, stop and go no further, or I will end the relationship immediately. This is how I shall be treated. The limits we set with other people, boundaries need to also be set with friends, which indicates what we will find acceptable and unacceptable in their behavior towards us. So you need to define the type of boundaries you need in any of your relationships. Your physical boundaries, mental boundaries, sexual boundaries, emotional boundaries, spiritual boundaries, and other deal breakers that you will not tolerate. Did you see how Ike Turner had no respect for when Tina was chanting as she was a Buddhist? He turned the music up really, really loud. He did not have respect for her meditation time. He had no respect for her, but she had to have a strong mind mentally in order to block that out. She endured that for as long as she could. You got to make people respect the boundaries you have on your time. And Boundaries helps us feel safe in the relationship and allows us to be ourselves unencumbered. And boundaries are differences between you and me. If you're resentful of your spouse, of your spouse's intrusions, it's because you lack establishing boundaries in that area of your life. Like I was saying, physical boundaries. You need more space. You need to say you have a right to say, I don't want you touching me while I'm sleeping or while I'm eating, and define what it is that you do not like when you invade your personal space. Like like in this house, do not invite other people when I'm not here. We do not drink or use drugs in this house. I don't hug because of the economy, the state of the economy right now. So, and do not apologize for establishing your boundaries. Number 2, sexual boundaries. This is what I like sexually, and this is what I do not like sexually. In the movie, did you notice how Ike Turner was choking Tina Turner during sex? She did not like that type of treatment. When they was in the studio having sex, he choked her out. She was like, I can't breathe. It was like, what? That's sexual abuse. If a partner doesn't want you to do something sexually to them, such as, not all women like to give a man a BJ. If that's something you don't want to do or like to do, not all women like oral sex when a man pleases her, pleases a woman sexually. Not all women like that. Let that man know, don't touch me like that sexually. Don't squeeze my breasts. Don't, touch my butt. If you don't like to be handled a certain way, tell that man. Emotional boundaries. You have the right to express what you like and what you don't like. And the way you talk to me, it makes me feel small. So I don't like this. Also you need to establish this when your friends are talking to you, when you're in conversation with them. Do they make you feel this way? You must respect my thoughts and my feelings. Do not criticize me. Do not laugh and invalidate my feelings. I don't like when you scream at me in front of the kids. I don't like when you scream at me in front of people. It makes me feel bad about myself. I don't like when you call me names. Do not call me anything outside of what my mother gave me. This is my new wife. You have to respect her. You cannot disrespect her. Spiritual boundaries. Respect the time to practice religion or attend church. Everyone has the right to believe in what they believe in. And if they want to pray and meditate as often as necessary they pray and meditate as often as necessary in order to feel grounded. And if they need a moment of silence, you need to turn down the radio, turn down the TV, turn down the music. You need to go for a walk. Let them have that certain space to find their zen. Have respect for that, because when a person feels grounded, they treat you better. They act better. They get their emotions grounded. They feel a lot better about themselves and connection to the Most High. So you have no right to intrude on someone's personal spiritual time. And you need to establish your spiritual boundaries or religious boundaries. Number 5, financial boundaries. Protect your financial assets. So it's obvious that, this needs to be established in the relationship from both parties. And you have a right to spend your money within reason as agreed upon by both parties. And if you choose to carry your own, if you choose to, you can donate to charity or loan friends money, or friends that are in need, or buy things that you feel you need to buy for yourself. Or if you're, so it's obvious that he had control of all her money, because by the time the relationship ended, she just let him have it all because he was going to give her a hard time. And he takes money without asking, go in her purse. That's a personal violation. And like I said, it looked like Ike Turner was in control of the money in the relationship. That's why she just walked away. And the only thing she left with, she kept her name, because she knew she can get it all back. And that's confidence. And she knew that he was going to fight her for everything. And that Ike Turner was very toxic. He didn't even want her to have her name. He didn't want her to have anything. He wanted her to hit rock bottom and fall off the face of the earth and die practically. That's what he was wanting from her. He gave her a hard time about everything, and that was just unrealistic. And so it was weird, but he just he was a very selfish person, and I'm really glad that her life, she died, she was worth $250 million at the end of the day, so she was able to recover from that loss of that marriage, and through her strong faith and spiritual belief, she got back on the right track. So amen to Tina Turner. God rest her beautiful soul. Time. This protects, when you establish boundaries with your time, this protects how much time should be spent when you are together. Babe, let's agree to do this, and this is how we should do it. When we are out, I want you to, don't answer your phone. Do not check your social media status. Do not text people when we're at dinner, when we're at the movies. I need you to be mentally present as well as physically present. As far as time goes, I need my me time for myself. I need a spa day, uninterrupted. And when we're out together, when we're spending time making plans, please show up early or on time. And then if people do not respect your boundaries as far as your time, give yourself permission to leave or cancel. And do not let anybody waste your time. Communicate your time to your partner. I saw in the movie What's Love Got to Do with It, he also, gave the singers, he wanted them to show up on time for rehearsal. And if not, he gave them a $5 deduction from their check. So Ike Turner was very strict, and he was very serious when it came to his craft, and when it comes to practicing and showing up on stage. Is the time that you spend in practice reflects how you show up on stage. So if you did not spend that much time in practice, it's going to poorly reflect on stage, and then you're going to be tired and exhausted, because we know that you just really started rehearsing these steps, and you didn't really prepare that much for in rehearsal, because you're out of breath. So it's going to show up. It's going to reflect that much. It's going to reflect. Number 7, reinforce your deal breakers. Like, I don't like violence. Do not beat me. Do not beat my children. Do not make us feel uncomfortable in our home. We do not do drugs and alcohol abuse. Brainwashing the children against each other. Brainwashing the children, playing the children against the other parent. Infidelity. Do not make me feel like I'm walking on eggshells in my house. Like there's no room for error. And there's no room for error around you. State this. I will not allow this from you. I demand to be treated this way. Setting and communicating boundaries can be much easier to have a much more fulfilling relationship. And as far as this goes with Miss Tina Turner, she was walking on eggshells around Ike Turner. She was very uncomfortable. She's very nervous. Some people, they find it hard to set boundaries because they don't want to offend or hurt others. But they don't have no problem offending or hurting you. Stop putting others' needs ahead of your own, and express yourself to people. Express yourself to the people that needs to know this. Your friends, your family members, your lover especially. Do not let your friends or family members speak down to you. Do not let them make you feel bad about yourself. Do not make members of your house make you feel like you got to walk around on eggshells. Do not let anybody in your house that doesn't make your house feel like a home, including your children. If you have adult children that make you feel uncomfortable, you need to tell them they need to leave, because you are full grown, and I'm not responsible for what happens to you after you turn 18. This is your life, the way that you live your life the way you're supposed to. As your parent, I raised you. I gave birth to you, and I raised you all the way up to age 18. Now, what you do with your life after age 18 is all on you, between you and God. But you got to leave my house because you don't have no respect for my boundaries. You do not have respect for what I'm telling you. You do not trust my judgment. So if someone has a problem with respecting your boundaries in that friendship, in that relationship, cut off contact with that person. They do not respect you and do not feel guilty for establishing your boundaries. All right, Royal Ones, tell me what you think about today's message. Have someone crossed your boundaries? Did you enforce your boundaries to this person, and you voiced your concern? Did they change? or did things stay the same? Well, then we need to have this conversation. Meet me in the comment section. Let me know what you think about today's message. Thank you so much for listening to this message. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. Love, hugs, and kisses. Bye.